Hey, what's up, world? It's Major with Major TV. Let's talk. I had recently dropped the video, I think the other day, regarding, in fact, its movement and critics. And a lot of people are talking about this, right? And Tariq, particularly, and I believe Morris World TV, who are open critics of Grandmaster J and in fact, and you have others that's taking sides and whatnot with them. This conversation is going to veer towards individuality, collectivity, and common purpose. First, we're going to deal with individuality. I believe individuality is you identifying with yourself in whatever particular you are in as a black person. Your goals, what you think about yourself as a person, a black person in America, how much you know versus what you don't know, and where you're trying to go at. This is a very deep subject, so I'm not going to be all specific about what you need to know, but one thing you need to know, you're black in America, and that's a strike regardless. There are stumbling blocks out there against you. There's things that you've been told to. That's a complete lie. And you have to find it out. You know about the black heritage. You know about what all we've been through. How everything was put in place, whereas economically, educational-wise, socially, politically, how there have been extreme large stumbling blocks in our way, and our forefathers and foremothers who have tore that down or cracked it, where we can squeeze through the cracks and try to see some kind of light. There has been progress. We have also spent a lot of digression, a lot of setbacks. And I think that's important that we identify with ourselves first, our individual struggle. But we even talking about following this person, following that person, what have you. You need to know where you're at with yourself, and most of all, your God. You know what I'm saying? Who you believe in. Does it serve the better good? Does it help you, your family, how you can contribute to your community? You know what I'm saying? And I think once we deal with that, then we can look at listen to other people. I'm talking about current people that's in leadership positions or in positions whereas it's speaking conscious, pro-black, and about what we should do as black people. But moving on to the second part of it, collectivity, you know what I'm saying? I believe that it has to be a collective movement, you know what I'm saying? Somehow, some way, I know everybody will not agree with coming together. It's just gonna be like that. You won't have everybody supporting the idea of us being black, having a common agenda and plan, and really trying to solve the problems. In my honest opinion, we talk a lot. We really have a lot to say about everything, what goes on in our community, but we never come together and really just bring it all together and really discuss it and then execute what we need to do. Once we can do that, and once we can see a common purpose, because there's a lot of things that we have to cover, then I think the next level will be what we should do. Last but not least, I want to speak about leadership. What is a leader? In my opinion, not dealing with no dictionary. I'm not gonna put no dictionary definition or what have you. Of course, it's something I probably read and heard about, but it's my own interpretation. It's somebody who just basically not take control of a situation, know how to present the situation to people. They galvanize. Not take control of the situation is command people to not just worry about your actions. That this we need to do. And secondly, galvanize. You know what I'm saying? Really show people that you really can get this right. You can really have a common purpose and goal set with agenda. However you want to put it, however you want to say it. As long as it makes sense, people can relate. And you put your good foot forward. There are a lot of brothers and sisters in the conscious community have some great ideas, have got the attention and have a lot of people behind them, millions. And with me saying all this, I'm gonna just say that if we're gonna lead, we have to know how to bring people together. And it's an old saying, right? To be a good leader, you have to be a good follower. I mean, you have to listen. You have to pay attention, not just to the followers, but also to other people that lead. I believe once we can do that, meaning that we can learn how to listen, we can sit down with other leaders, I think that's true leadership. The situation with the in-fact movement and the hysteria, because the crazy part about it, hysteria is not just in the white community and how they feeling about the black rise of the black militia, which, it's been said they've been around and what have you. I never really was into it like that. I always heard about white militias. But now you have a black militia. It's caused major hysteria around the country. But the funny part about this, what I'm about to say, it caused major hysteria and confusion in the black community. Particularly conscious black community, because some not speaking about it, some speaking about it in a critical way. But I'm catching common folks like myself just coming out and be like, hey man, this guy making sense. Whether he's an agent or not, he's making sense. And I just feel like had we started on our leaders started on their best foot talking about engaging with Grandmaster Jay, in fact, been more positively speaking about them, who knows what kind of get together they could have had. Because we have to remember, the common folks like me, I'm speaking out because I don't like what I'm saying. Considering all we already gone through, all we have been through, we going through now, and this have to stop. We have to be able to sit down and talk about it. And guess what? This is the cool part about everything, right? We can agree that we disagree sometimes. And guess what? No hands thrown, no bullets, no mean words. But that's where true leadership comes in my eyes. So we got the individuality, collectivity, got leadership. Those three things lies in all of us. But I realize everybody's not a leader. But I want you as a listener to just think about what I'm saying. Because see, when two people can't talk, that's an issue. But it's sad to say that in 2020, the stuff we had with W. Du Bois and Booker T. on Washington, Marcus Garvey back in those days, up into the Black Power movement in the 60s with Martin Luther King, the Nation of Islam, Malcolm X, and a lot of other organizations that was at eyes or didn't see eye to eyes. We did the same thing in 2020. When somebody gonna be the bigger person or persons resolve the mess and sit down and talk about the common good for black folks. So this major TV, I just wanted to just say this because I started this channel really to just talk about everything really with the black community, particularly how we handle money, relationships, our decision making, etc. There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about, but the impact movement has my attention because there is so much going on with what's going on in our community in reference to the police killings, and how we have really just figured out, which we've been doing, we figured out that if we go at their pockets, we can make change, or we can get their attention. We have their attention now. But now it's time to sit down, talk, document some things, submit to the White House, submit to Congress, submit to our local representatives, or what have you. Give the people something to fight for. Because a lot of us know we want to fight for, but we unorganized, and we all over the place. Let's bring structure back. You know what I'm saying? So, again, I started this channel just to inform our community that there's better options out here. There's better ways we can do things. But we have to make the decision too. Who we gonna follow, who we gonna listen to, who we gonna dismiss. Because some people you have to dismiss. Some black people you have to dismiss because you can tell where they're coming from. So keep your head up, stay focused, and I'll come back with you with another one.